This week's fastest-growing GitHub repos are not just a random leaderboard. They show where developer attention is moving right now. Sharbel posted this list on X on May 16th, and the pattern is obvious. The hot lanes are free AI routing, agent memory, terminal coding agents, browser control, and a few serious non-AI tools that still broke through the noise. The important part is not the star count alone. Stars are attention, not proof. The useful question is, which of these repos point to a real shift in how people are building, and which ones need a little skepticism before you install them? Start with the browser automation spike. Cloak Browser is the loudest claim on the list. It says it is a stealth Chromium build, patched at the source level, with drop-in Playwright and Puppeteer compatibility. The GitHub page currently shows more than 12,000 stars, and the README frames it around bot detection, Cloudflare, and browser fingerprinting. That is a powerful promise, but also a sensitive one. If you cover this casually as a magic bypass tool, you are missing the risk. The source proves the repo exists, the claims are stated publicly, and the project is getting attention. It does not prove every anti-bot claim in every environment. Treat it as a serious browser automation project that needs careful testing. UiTar's desktop is the more mainstream version of the same obsession. ByteDance is putting attention behind a multimodal agent stack that can operate computers and browsers. The repo frames UiTar's desktop as a native GUI agent with local and remote computer operators. That matters because the next wave of agents is not just chat. It is screen reading, clicking, typing, and using messy real apps. Now look at the coding agent cluster. Agent memory says the quiet part out loud. Developers are tired of explaining the same project over and over. Its pitch is persistent memory for Claude Code, Cursor, Gemini CLI, Codex CLI, Hermes, OpenClaw, OpenCode, and any MCP client. That is not a small niche. Every serious agent workflow eventually hits the same wall. Context disappears, decisions get repeated, and the agent forgets why the codebase looks the way it does. Matt Pocock's Skills repo hits the same problem from a different angle. Instead of one giant agent framework, it is small, composable skills for real engineering work. The repo already has a massive star count, and the message is simple. Good agents need procedures, not just vibes. Planning, test-driven development, code review, refactoring, debugging, and architecture all need repeatable playbooks. DeepSeek TUI adds the terminal native angle. It is a coding agent for DeepSeek models that runs from the command line, streams reasoning blocks, edits local workspaces, and includes approval gates. This is another signal that developers want agent power without losing control of the workspace. Then there is 9router, which explains the week better than almost anything else. The project claims unlimited free AI coding by connecting tools like Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, Klein, Copilot, Anti-Gravity, and OpenCode to more than 40 providers, with auto fallback and token savings. That is exactly the pressure point right now. People want coding agents all day, but subscriptions, rate limits, model costs, and tool lock-in keep getting in the way. 9router is popular because it promises to route around that pain. Again, treat the free and token-saving claims as project claims unless you test them yourself. But the demand is real. AI to Earn and AI Trader sit in the money-making lane, and this is where the framing has to get stricter. AI to Earn is an AI content marketing and monetization platform aimed at creators, one-person companies, brands, and businesses that want to publish across many channels. It is interesting because it connects agents with distribution and monetization. AI Trader is more dangerous to overhype. The repo calls itself a fully automated agent-native trading platform. That is a great hook, but it is not a license to imply easy profits. Treat it as an experimental agent platform around trading ideas, not proof that an AI can safely trade your money. If a video skips that caveat, it is selling heat instead of signal. The last two projects show that GitHub attention is not only about AI wrappers. Supersplat is a 3D Gaussian splat editor from PlayCanvas. It is visual, practical, and tied to the growing interest in 3D capture and browser-based creative tools. Hysteria is a fast, censorship-resistant proxy written in Go. Different audience, different use case, but the same rule applies. Developers reward tools that solve a painful, specific problem. So what should you actually try first? If you are building with coding agents, start with skills and agent memory. Skills give the agent procedures. Memory gives it continuity. That combination is more durable than chasing every new wrapper. If model limits are slowing you down, inspect 9 router, but test it carefully. Free routing claims deserve verification before you trust them in production. If you care about browser or computer automation, watch Cloak Browser and UI TARs, but separate public repo claims from your own benchmark results. And if you are tempted by AI Trader, slow down. Interesting repo, high attention, but trading needs evidence, risk controls, and a lot more than stars. The real story is this: GitHub developers are voting for agents that remember, agents that can use real interfaces, and cheaper ways to keep those agents running. That is the new obsession. Not another chatbot, but a working stack around the agent. All sources are linked below. The weekly growth numbers are from Sharbel's post. Current stars and repo details were checked from GitHub at recording time.